Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Business Minded with me, your host, Angie B. I'm so excited about the new year. I don't know about you, but I am. So let's dive right in. This is my first podcast of the year, so I don't want to be long and I don't want to stay on here long. I want to get to it. All right. So first of all, I like to say again, Happy New Year. And I know that this year is going to be more prosperous than any year that we had. It's going to be a better year. I'm taking on one project outside of my own projects. I am taking on one project, and you're going to see me look down because I'm working on a few things, and you'll see that later. I'm still doing my businesses and everything, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to share a little bit about that with you. And it was funny, I look at a lot of different podcasts, and especially women who are close to my age, or women who are my age, or even women who are older than I am. And I'm really excited about listening to them and their journeys and stuff. And one thing caught my eye and definitely my attention. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to leave her link below. She talked about the designer bags, and she didn't talk about how much they were, but she talked about an experience that she had. And it was a high-end store. She was saying how, and she was a news anchor, I believe. It was a lot of things that she did in her lifetime. She's actually, I think she's 79 years old. And like I said, I'm going to send you over to her website. And it's another young lady that I listen to and see too. And I really like her. I believe she's from London. And I'm going to put her link in. And I just like to listen to these women. And I like how they share their stories and everything. I look at everybody. So anyway, well, not everybody. But anyway, so I was listening to her. And she said she went in because she spotted this bag she wanted to purchase. And it was, of course, it's probably in a case or whatever. And she said she spotted this bag and she waited and waited and waited. And finally someone came out. And she said a very nice looking gentleman came out. And so she said, I want to buy this bag. He told her, he said, well, you can't get that for another 5 years. So, in other words, what I got from that, and you could hear it for yourself, but what I got from that was the fact that they don't want to sell it to her. Now I'm looking at certain things. So they're looking for people with status, like perhaps stars and people who, are recognized out there. And even though this lady was a news anchor, and I think she was, and then she had another title, I don't want to get it wrong, but I'll leave it down there. But anyway, because she wore jeans or whatever. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave it down there. You listen to it yourself. But what got me is that it really don't matter the color of your skin sometime. All right. People pay all that money for that bag. And don't get me wrong. I think they cute bags because I love me some handbags. Okay. Which you probably know because I'm always making handbags. But however, these are not even like one of a kind. They have several of them, which are made in a manufacturing company. Right. So I'm making a point here, and a point where I'm like, okay, I get this thing. All right. So here I am, a designer, an artist. I make my own handbags, and I make them from scratch. And you've even seen a lot of my bags, whether they're leather bags that are back here, or my fancy crafty, fun bags that I make here, whether they're leather or canvas, whatever they are. I make them from scratch, right? By hand. These hands right here. I cut each piece of fabric. I paint it. I do whatever to some of them. Or I just make them, by hand. So what I'm getting to is this. Mine are definitely one of a kind. And sometimes I believe as artists, designers, and also people who make things, and they look good. Okay, it don't look like trash or junk. That you really have an eye and a hand to do this, right? Because I haven't been able to get in certain shows because they said, well, your stuff look manufactured, you know. And I'm like, thank you for the compliment, but I made these with these hands. This is the manufacturer, right? And I'm saying that to say we underprice our stuff. Here you can go and they can get a bag. They sell bags for hundreds and thousands of dollars. And like I said, I'm not hating on them because I think the bags are cute. I really like them. But everybody's saying, I am not going to be paying. A lot of people are saying now, because with the economy and things changing, they're like, I am not going to be paying that price for that bag. I'm going to a lot of the, the upscale retail shops that resell pre-owned designer bags. And it's a lot of them. I'm going to leave a link. Or I'm going to put a list together of all of them. With the ones that I know about and the ones that I heard about, the ones that I've been on, and I'm going to put a list together, and you can find it on my website. But anyway, you can download it for free. But let me just say this. I have underestimated myself. I've underestimated my handbags. And my thing is, I'm not going to sit here and just give a handbag away. Well, let me take that back, because I'd rather give them away than to undersell myself when I know this is definitely a one of a kind and no one else will have that bag. So they did an article, and I hope I can find that because I want to link that as well. I don't know if it was Yahoo. I don't know who it was, but I'm going to find it. And they talked about, and you probably saw it, they talked about how they get their bags made, which we know this. We know this in China. This is nothing new, or wherever they get them made. It don't even necessarily have to be China. But they get them made from these manufacturers for $59. And it's some get some clothes made for cheaper than that and sell them for hundreds and thousands of dollars. And here we are creating with our hands, making one-of-a-kind pieces. And even if it's the same kind of bag, like this bag right here, I'm still working on. And this is going to be for myself. And I'm still working on it. But I really like this. This is such a cute bag. I don't care what you say. It's cute. And it's one of a kind. Okay, so I hand painted it. I made it from artist canvas. And I'm working on putting some silk. These are the silk. Can't think of the name of the flowers. But, you know, everything is made by hand. So my thing, what I'm saying is that I'm excited. Because now I'm just going to do my thing, all right? And I'm going to, if someone wants a bag, want me to make them a bag, you got to pay the price for your one of a kind, all right? So I'm just saying, if it's a leather bag, it could be a leather bag like this or whatever. Just like the leather bags I have here. Let me pull one down for you. I'm not cheapening myself anymore. This is labor of love. I make these bags, hold on. Oh, like this one. Here we go, right here. So cute. Look at that. I sold a few, but I didn't sell that many. But I did sell a few. Oops. Here I go. And there's a pink one. Look at it. Look at. This is all leather. And I have a video, too, where it show you where I made these from scratch. From start to from the inside to the out. Look at that. So cute. That's cute. And you can't find these nowhere else. Listen, I have the equipment to make these. And so I made, look at that. So cute. And I guess I'm on here showing you my bag collection, okay? Because this is my bag collection, and this is the first one I made. Oh, God, I like this so much. So much. But anyway, I'm saying that to say this. I'd rather make them for myself. And I'm not trying to be selfish or anything. Make them for myself. And I might put a few online. But people, I don't know. And there are some people out here who love one-of-a-kind pieces. They do. But I'm not going to sell myself that short this year. I have a lot of experience in doing what I do. All right? And even though somebody might say, hey, those look manufactured, and then they don't let me be in the show. Like a artist show or a craft show or a designer show. Wait, what? You know, I was able to be in Fashion Week one year in New York, which I was really happy about that. But, you know, outside of that, I mean, hey, you know, don't stop doing what you're doing. My word this year that came to me, thank you, Lord, my word, perseverance and persistence. And they're kind of the same thing. Because it still means whenever you come up against a challenge, you just keep on going. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do, because sometimes we want to stop because we don't see progress. But every day you're making progress. You're making progress every day. All right. And don't forget, I'm going to leave some links below so you can check out some stuff. And, you know, sometimes things happen. No, not sometimes. Things happen for a reason all the time. Everything. There's a reason for everything under the sun. Everything. So we have to remember that. All right. So I just want you to continue to do what you do, push forward, and also, let me tell you this. So me and a friend of mine was talking today, and I'm going to put that in the blog, okay, on Business Minded. I'm going to have a blog, okay, and we're going to, I did like a little skit so you can read it, and we were talking about basically our transcripts from school, and we're glad them transcripts didn't defy or didn't, if it had to be the reason why we did anything in life. Our transcripts from college, baby, we don't know where we would have been. So you got to read that. I did a little script and I kind of put an atmosphere on it. But anyway, getting back to these bags and getting back to you as a maker, a designer, an artist, don't give up. Don't give up. Continue on. Because, you know, for a long time, I didn't do my YouTube channel. So this is my first vlog for the year 2025. It's the third day. The third day of the year. So I am going to continue to persevere. And I want you to too. We're going to be persistent and we're going to persevere. Which is actually the same things. When we come up to a challenge, hey, sometimes if you got to just sit back for a minute, sit back for a minute. Because, baby, I'm tired of people telling me, oh, well, we decided to go in a different direction. Okay, bye. Bye, different direction. Go. There was no other direction for this particular company to go in. But I'm like, do you. That's your company. Do you. And I said, you know, some people can't work for other people. And if you do, some people can only work for people who actually own their own business. You can only work for a CEO, because I believe that a CEO is the only one that is going to understand you. So other than that, you have to work for yourself. So I will be keeping you all posted on what I'm doing as I go through the new year. I'm really excited about it. Oh, and my hair. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you about this. Real quick, I'm going to let you go. That's why I said, you know what? Be you and do you. Be you. Okay? And I'm not saying be selfish or inconsiderate or any of that, because no. That's not the way to do anything. Well, you won't get anywhere being that way. But do you and be you. Be your own. Let your personality shine. So let me go back to this hair. So I washed my hair today, so I'm just letting it air dry. So it's just air drying. But I definitely have to go and get my color and put it back in. I put this color in, and my daughter walked me through it, who is a hairstylist. So I definitely have to go and get my color. So, because it's growing out. And I don't want it lighter than this, because I usually wear it lighter. But like I said, do you, be kind, and continue to be business minded. All right? Until next time. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is what I'm doing this year. Stay business minded. I'll talk to you soon.